How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. As I always say, this is a non-spoiler review for Scary Movie 6, just called Scary Movie. I think that's based off of Scary Movie, well, Scream 5, rather, which I think was just called Scream at the time, whatever it might be. This is a parody off of that movie particularly. And what is the most interesting thing about this movie that everybody is talking about is the fact that the Wayans brothers, who were off, who basically started Scary Movie 1 and 2, and then were taken off of the project once the third one came about, and Paramount replaced them with Zuckers and other peeps. Well, they're back now. And not only are they back, they play off the fact that that happened. And they have some fun with the fact that that happened. And Anna Farris is also back. Regina Hall, also back. Sherry O'Terry, Shawn Wayans, Marlon Wayans, a lot of the cast from and returning members from the first one and combining it with the new cast in the way that like Scream did, and they play off of that. And there's the spoofs of various other movies throughout it. That's what these movies have always traditionally done. This movie's going to, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it and what I thought in general of it, but this is really going to be, this is not going to matter. What I say, what critics say, nothing. It's a matter of you really want to see this movie. And if you find these jokes that are in this movie funny, that's going to be your enjoyment of it. Because you and I could watch this movie. There could be a bunch of jokes that are in this movie that didn't land for me, and a lot didn't. And you could say, I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. It was hilarious. We have different senses of humor. And that's really where it's going to come down to. Because there's a lot of humor in this that's predictable. There's a lot of humor in this that they've done not only in the two movies that the Wayans brothers did, but in the movies that came after them. My problem with these movies are there's only so much that you can do in the dick jokes and other things of that nature that before it just gets, oh, I've seen that before. It's not as funny. They did that in that one. Oh, it's a gross out joke. It's this. There are jokes that land. There are a few jokes that land. There are a few jokes that are really clever, and there are a few jokes that made me laugh out loud, if you will, in the theater for sure. The story, again, is just, it's basically the Scream 5 plot mixed with Halloween, and where Anna Faris's character is kind of the Jamie Lee Curtis, but she's got the two daughters that are running around getting chased by Ghostface, and they got to figure out who it is, and the tropes of scary movies and all that. And like I said, there's some clever stuff in there, some funny stuff. I like the way that they combine the old cast with the new cast and kind of acknowledged the things that had happened within the business and within the Scary Movie franchise. And one of the things that they kind of sold this movie on is that this movie was going to take a lot of shots and a lot of risks and do risky type of things and maybe go after everybody. And they do in the trailer. The jokes that you say in the trailer, you're like, oh, really? They're going to go that way? I was kind of hoping for a lot of that stuff and hoping for more of that, to take shots at everybody on the left, take shots at everybody on the right, go after everybody. They do in the same jokes that you've seen in the trailer, but it's not that. It's more the, you know, more the silly kind of dick humor, and if you in farts, and it's come from a guy who thinks farts are funny. No doubt. It's just jokes didn't land for me. I would say that maybe 30% of the jokes landed, but I didn't hate watching the movie. That sometimes that happens. Like I think it was Scary Movie 5 that I just was reminded that I even saw, and then I watched back the old review that I did with Mark Ellis. I hated that movie. Like, I hated that movie. I hated watching that movie. I was like, let's go, wrap this up, roll the credits. Never felt like that in this movie. It was just like, okay, they took a shot there, didn't land for me, but entertaining to see everybody back. Like, looking back on the movie itself, it's like, okay, I like being in the theater, watching it, and seeing everybody back together. I just wish that I laughed more. And I wish that, you know, like, I felt like I've seen these jokes before. And I feel like this style of this is kind of like dated. But then again, people are going to go see this in the theater, and they're going to disagree with me entirely. Dude, I had a good time. I was stoned out of my face, and I saw this. I was laughing my ass off. What are you talking about? That's why this movie's going to do very well, because you're either going to have that type of sense of humor where you dig all of these jokes that are being thrown at you, and a lot of them just land. And you might be like me. A lot of these jokes might not land. But I like that they make these movies. I like that this movie's taken in the way that Naked Gun came out. I really loved that movie. And I still think that style does work. But I don't know. I just felt those jokes were a little bit more clever. Maybe not. I don't know. You guys tell me. Overall, what do I give this one? I'd probably go like 2.5 out of 5. overall. Like I said, it is. I would tell you it's probably the second best in the franchise, right? Because I like Scary Movie, the first one. The second one is just too much gross out humor for me. That's not my style. Again, a lot of people love the second one and love that whole scene with Chris Elliott with the gross snots and the food. And I hated that scene. It's not my type of humor. Sue me. But this one to me was better than that one, and then was better than any of the stuff they did. Like 3 was okay. 3 was okay, but this is about. This is probably, I would, if I was going to rank them, I would go 1, 6, 1, 6, 3, 4, and 5. Probably how I would rank them. But should you see this in the theater? If you want to see this movie and you've been dying to see this movie, you should absolutely see this movie in the theater. You should support comedies because it's probably really going to play to a big audience that's just there to laugh. I saw it in a crowded theater, but it was mostly, a critic screening. And so there were muffled laughs, but then there were some big laughs for a couple scenes. Like there are a couple bits that really do work. And the chemistry is there between everybody. And that's the most important. So that's all I got for Scary Movie 6. What say you? Do you want to see it? You going to check it out? Do you care about these movies? What do you rank the scary movies after you see this? And you check this out and you go and you see the movie and you come back and you disagree with me. Oh, you didn't like it because it was, they took jokes at the far right. You didn't like it because you're woke. That's why. No, I just didn't think all the jokes were that funny. But that's what you can disagree with me with. I don't know, man. Thought it was pretty funny. Laughed at a lot of those jokes. I was cracking up the whole way through. That's what they're aiming for, and I hope that they achieve that when you see it in the theater. So put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Would love to hear your overall thoughts about this movie. Comment, click like. If you're brand new to this channel, you've never been here before, make sure you subscribe to it. We're trying to get to 300,000 by the end of the year. Hey, you may not agree with me, but I like having discussions with people. I like talking to people about movies. Smart people who want to actually either agree or disagree. And if you disagree, have an intelligent conversation. Those people come on board. If not, sniff a fart and talk about it on Tuesday. But thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the flip side. Click like, comment, do all that and more. Bye. Between work, relationships, and everything else that you have going on your plate right now, you want to know you can show up when it counts. And that includes the bedroom. Guys, if things aren't working the ways that they used to, doesn't mean that you have to accept it. Rougiette has treatments that can help you get hard, stay hard, and last as long as you want, whether it's occasional trouble or something that's been building for a while. Their doctors work with you to find out what fits your body. Their best-selling treatment is Rougiette Ready. It combines 3 clinically proven ingredients in 1 minty dose that it dissolves under your tongue. It increases blood flow and it primes your brain for arousal so you're ready physically and mentally. Most men, they're good to go in about 15 minutes with effects lasting up to 36 hours. And if you think timing, that's my issue. Rougiette has a go-long 2-in-1 treatment that helps you get hard, stay hard, in control of when you finish. Over 400,000 men have already made the switch to Rougiette. Getting started is really simple. Rougiette connects you with a board-certified doctor online, and treatment ships discreetly to your door. You head on over to rougiette.com/Kristian. Get 15% off your ED treatment. That is RUGIET.com/Kristian for 15% off. That's Rougiette Performance Medicine for Men. Rougiette.